Hi everyone. I'm Z from Susan's family. Today I'm bringing you a double rib scarf. You can find the electronic tutorial pattern by searching susodiy.com on the website. After finishing the scarf, you can add tassels, or skip them. If you want to add tassels, check out the separate tutorial video for making tassels. Here, I'll explain the scarf knitting method. This scarf uses the method of casting on while knitting. Knit back and forth upwards. Before knitting, if it's the tassel version, you need to leave about 30 meters of yarn. You can wind the yarn into a small ball and set it aside for later use. After leaving the yarn, start casting on. To make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I'm using random colors here. Make a slip knot with the yarn. Pick up a straight needle with your left hand. Insert into the loop. Gently tighten. This is the first stitch. Hold another needle in your right hand with a pencil grip. Then, wrap the yarn around your right pinky once. Wrap the yarn around your right pinky in a circle. Gently pinch the yarn with your ring finger and middle finger. Place this yarn between your index finger and middle finger. This is the proper posture for crocheting. Next, take the right needle above the yarn. Insert downwards into the loop on the left needle. Use your right index finger to guide the yarn. Yarn over. Pick up the yarn. Place it over the left needle. Don't pull the yarn too tight. Otherwise, it will be difficult to pick up stitches later. This is the second stitch. Continue casting on. Keep the right needle above the yarn. Insert downwards between these two stitches. Yarn over. Pick up. Place it over the left needle. This is the third stitch. Note, don't pull the yarn too tight. Slightly loose is okay. Continue casting on. Insert between these two loops. Yarn over. Pick up. This is the fourth stitch. You can see, each time you insert the hook is between these two loops. Continue knitting and casting on knit stitches. Note, the swatch has fewer starting stitches. Mainly explaining the method, refer to the pattern chart for specific stitch count. Look everyone, this is what the swatch looks like after casting on is done. Start the first row, knit the first stitch purl. Place the needle below the yarn. Insert upwards into the loop on the left needle. Note that you're inserting into the loop, not between two loops. Yarn over. Pick up. Release the loop on the left needle. One purl stitch is done. Knit the second stitch. Knit. Place the yarn below the right needle. Insert downwards into the loop on the left needle. Yarn over. Draw through the yarn. Release the loop. One knit stitch is done. The third stitch is purl again. Wrap the yarn above the needle. Insert upwards into the loop on the left needle. Yarn over. Draw through. Another purl stitch is done. You can see that, after purling, there's a horizontal bar below here. The fourth stitch is knit. Wrap the yarn below the needle. Insert downwards into the loop. Yarn over. Draw through. Another knit stitch is done. You can see that, after knitting, the texture below here is braid-like. This row alternates between one purl and one knit stitch. Note that, before each stitch, you must first wrap the yarn to the corresponding position. Follow this pattern. Continue knitting this row. The last stitch happens to be a knit. After finishing, if the space below is too large, gently tighten the starting tail. Look, the first row of the swatch is done. Continue with the second row. For the first stitch, place the hook under the yarn. Pick up the next stitch without knitting it in a purl manner. Gently tighten. Then knit one stitch. Keep the yarn above the needle. Next, place the yarn over the right needle. Pick up one stitch in a purl manner. Knit another stitch. Keep the yarn above. Wrap the yarn over the top. Pick up one stitch. Knit one stitch. Yarn over. Follow this pattern. Finish this row. Before each knit stitch, the yarn is above the right needle. Knit the last stitch. Now, the second row of the swatch is finished. Continue to the third row. Pick up one stitch. Gently tighten. Now look at the left side here. There are 2 crossing loops. Combine them together. Knit one stitch. The yarn remains above the needle here. Yarn over. Continue to pick up one stitch. Double crochet 2 together. Yarn over. Follow this pattern. Finish this row. That means for the rest of this row, whenever you see a horizontal bar underneath here, yarn over first. Slip this stitch. Then knit the 2 crossing loops as one stitch. Finally, combine the last 2 loops into one knit stitch. Now, the third row of the swatch is done. Next, except for the last row, all other rows follow the same method as the third row. That is, pick up one stitch first. Keep the yarn above. Double crochet 2 together. Yarn over. Repeat the pattern. Perfectly combine the last 2 loops into one double crochet stitch. Repeat this process until you reach the desired length. Note that when one skein of yarn is almost used up, pick up the new yarn. Tie a knot with the 2 yarn tails. Leave a tail of 5–10 centimeters for each yarn end. Continue crocheting normally. The yarn tails can be left untreated for now. Hide all yarn tails together later. If you encounter a knot in the middle of a skein of yarn, cut off the knot, then join the yarn using this method. After you reach the desired length, you need to crochet one more row. I'll continue to demonstrate with a swatch. First, pick up one stitch. Then bring the yarn underneath the hook. Alternate with one cluster stitch and one purl stitch. Finish this row. Now, the last row of the swatch is complete. After finishing the last row, you need to do a slip stitch bind off. I'll continue demonstrating with this swatch. First, knit 2 stitches. Then use the left needle to pick up strands. Lift the previous stitch over the next stitch and slip it off. This way, you've bound off one stitch. Continue knitting one stitch. Note, when binding off, knit slightly loose. Ensure the edge has some elasticity. Then lift the previous stitch over the next stitch. This way, you've bound off another stitch. Continue knitting and binding off simultaneously. Knit slightly loose each time. When only one loop remains, pull up the loop. Leave a yarn tail of about 10 centimeters and cut the yarn. Then pull the yarn tail through the loop. Tighten it. That's how the slip stitch bind off is done. Finally, use a yarn needle to weave in the tail along the texture. You can also weave in the entire tail. Tuck in the remaining yarn tails using the same method. Up to this point, this scarf tutorial is complete. If you have any unclear parts during the crocheting process, don't hesitate to join our Facebook group to get supports. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.